What's going on? Welcome to this Bigger Than the Open Mic. We here with one of the legends from Jersey City, you know what I'm saying? Illpadill, from the heights to the hill. That's his slogan, you know what I mean? So regardless of how you feel, we here.
Yes, sir. Hey, yo, what's the word? Yum.
Yum, man. What's that? Hey, let's start over again. What's that, yum? I like that. I see that right there.
Thank you, my brother. Yum means if you understand money, you understand me.
So if I understand money, I understand you.
Yeah. The value of money, the appreciation of money. Money make the world go round, but everything doesn't evolve around money. Kind of tricky, but if you understand money, you understand me. Was a song that I did called Yum, and if you yumming, you eating.
So,
because how can you provide if you ain't eating?
Do you feel like a lot of people understand you?
Probably not.
So you
but I do it.
Money?
I do it to do it. You know what I mean? If they don't understand me, if they're not listening to me, they losing out. Cause I'm fun.
So they don't understand. If they don't understand you, they don't understand money.
Exactly.
So what is it to understand about money? I heard you say make the world go round. Like, you know, I have my own understanding of it. What's your understanding about money as a whole? Like, speak on it. Yeah, so that's what yum means. So we'll speak on it. Somebody see that.
My addiction of money started like maybe 2001. I come back from Florida. Boom. I'm on a block. I got the don't give a fuck attitude. I'm in the heights. You know what I mean? Some OG sees me, puts me under his wing. You know what I mean? Makes me go out there. I start falling, seeing how easy it was just to sell a fucking pin drop or something to make back money. So you do repetitive, fast flip, boom. Now you become from a little fucking runner to a boss yourself. So it was just an addiction. I'd rather have an addiction to money than addiction to a fucking other type of drugs, you know what I mean? It's scary out there with that shit, so I'd rather be addicted to money.
So you're addicted to money now?
How is it?
So how do you get money?
I'm a barber and I do music. You know what I mean? Some people some people ask me how much I charge for verses in the UK. I charge $300 for a verse, 300 for a hook, 700 for a verse. So I be doing like that.
So do you make more money selling drugs or being a barber?
That's what made me become a barber. So I'm gonna tell you this, like all the other jobs was slow. I'm getting paid hourly. It's like $8.25. If you're a waiter, $3.25 plus your tips. I did busboy, bar back, waiter, worked in the kitchen, dishwasher. I did it from everything. To working in the Galaxy, throwing garbage, having maggots all over me. I said, fuck that shit. I was like, you know what? What makes money like selling drugs? I'm not gonna sell drugs and jeopardize now because my kids, I love my kids. I'm not gonna risk my kids. So you know what? What's gonna give me fast money? Being a barber. You know what? Let me apply myself. Let me get this financial aid. Let me go to Robert Fiance in 81st Street and Burger Line and do my 1,500 hours and do the 6 months. So if you go for 4 hours for 6 months, you'll be done. You could even stay there longer. So that's what I did. And now when you get haircuts, right now I promote myself like I'm selling drugs when I'm doing haircuts. I'm on the corner, smoke my little weed, you know, smoke my cigarette, writing my music while I'm waiting for people. People come, hey, how you doing? Come over here. How much you? I'm a barber over there. How much is a haircut? That's 40, you know, plus the beard is 50 in total. Oh, I only got 35. You know, no problem on me. Let's go. Boy, I'm gonna take that short. I'm gonna take that short so you can come back. Now my reputation's on the line. So I gotta do the quality of cutting this hair and making it sharp and hoping that, you know what, I satisfy the person so they could come back the next time. And usually I'm on the button that come back repetitive. My money went from $40 a week when you start as a barber. For the first 6 months, it's horrible. Like you wanna quit. Boom. So then I'm like, you know what? Let me give it the next week. Boom. I went from fucking making no money to providing for my house, providing for my seat, appliances. My daughter Nisa, I was at predicaments one time that I couldn't even buy my daughter Dunkin' Donuts or something. Babe, I don't got it.
That was the first 6 months?
You know, yeah, that shit. You know how it is that you can't. You say I don't got it to your daughter. It's a fucking embarrassing. You know what I mean? As a
So at
man,
that
I'm like,
moment,
yo, I'm not a fucking man if I can't get it for my daughter. So I mean, I'm out there. I don't give a fuck from 10 in the morning to 10 at night in the barber shop. I don't give a fuck if it's rain, sleet, or snow. I'm outside like that. Then, boom, started building the clientele. So now I got the clientele on my phone. Hey, how you doing? You know, what's up, boys? I haven't seen you in a while. You know, your 15 days is due.
do you have like a specialty cut you do that you?
Nah, you're like, so in the neighborhood in the neighborhood I am, mostly grown gentleman cuts. You know what I mean? So when it's grown gentleman cuts, it's real clean gentleman cuts. Now, it went from a lot of Boricuas and blacks to now Indian and Asian, especially where I'm at now. So now you did get that proper, sophisticated comb over, slick back, but the fades is there. You know, mohawks. I get like the foreigners like Salvadorian, Mexican. They come for the mohawks and shit. That's fun. That's when I had fun.
Can they book you on the app?
Nah. Once I give you my number, you VIP. I don't need no app.
You do appointments?
My phone
like how
is
it's set up? You do appointments or they just walk in?
I'd rather you just walk in.
All right.
I'm not gonna do no appointment and act Hollywood. Come on in, you family. Once I give you my phone number, yo, what's up? You good? Can I come through? No problem. I got you.
Easy, simple.
Simple. You can go play Pac-Man. We got an arcade. We play Pac-Man. Bunch of arcade games there. We got a popcorn machine. Usually we got some beer in the refrigerator. If y'all chilling and relaxing, don't have to work. Come and drink a beer. And like outside, you know what I mean? We're for the community. Our barbershop charges the cheapest. You got other barbershops charging $100, $70. How can you be, you know what I mean, with a serious face charging someone $100 for a haircut? That shit is crazy. Retarded.
So how much you charge for a shape up? If I just want to get
$20.
a taper, it's $20?
A taper is a haircut.
All right, so how much
A
is
shape up is $20.
So what's a taper then? I mean,
A taper is a haircut.
So how much is that?
That's $40.
So $40.
So you're gonna get cleaned up. It's not gonna just only be the taper. You're gonna get all this.
Facial too? You gonna do the face too? Or that's extra?
We shape up the beard. The beard, you know, we charge 10, but you my dude, so don't worry, that's on me. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying,
you know
because the barber game been
niggas,
the barber game been dunking on us lately. Like they been charging us $50, $60, $70 for haircuts.
Nah, I can't do that. You my boy, you're gonna get straight.
But
40.
some people,
but other people, you know what? They smell like money and they look like money. You gotta charge them so you can get that money. It's just part of the game.
We was talking. I'm like, all right. So you said you was hustling. Then you mentioned your family. You transitioned to a barber. So
I transitioned to a barber because barber
was a cleaner route.
The money came as fast as selling.
Right,
and this is something I don't have to look over my shoulder for.
Yeah. So
when I lived downtown, I was a good boy. I had my mom right there, across the street, literally across the street.
So would you feel like the selling drugs was a negative route, so that's why you do barber, because you're making just as much money? What it was
selling drugs was a negative. It's always a negative fucking route.
So what? So you said it's money. So I got a question. So what if somebody presents you with an opportunity to sell drugs, and that's making more money than doing your barber now? Like, say you got
do it now. I wouldn't do it now because I value my music. So I think I'm a walking money sign. I think if my music hits the right ears, I'm dead because I'm like a fucking hybrid. Niggas gonna love me. And I put it on that. They just don't know me, that they don't love me now. But it's all good. I'm not even mad at them.
Does your family play any part in your decision making?
With
any moves you making? As far as
with music?
No, any type of way you making with
you know what? My wife is the boss. She's gonna be watching this. My wife is the boss. She is the boss. I gotta get it. Bet. Is it okay? All right, good. We good. All right, cool. But for me to overstep, I can't do that.
So that's good. Family values, like, so how is your family, and how does they support what you doing as far as your music? your artistry and your transition. That's especially during the first 6 months you becoming a barber. How was your
So
family support?
me and my wife had different lifestyles. Before she transitioned into a different lifestyle, she used to go to my shows and shit. She used to go to open mics. I performed in Lizard Lounge. I performed in 40 Kitty Cat Club, Kitty Cat Club in Housing Street in New York. Iguanas, the Remote Lounge in New York. She's been to a spot. She's been to the Little Web store over here when we performed over here. But now she works for, you know what I mean? She works for the city, the courthouse. You know what I mean? So different lifestyle. She can't, you know what I mean, oblige that, but she knows I'm cooking. Because every song I go, bet, listen.
Yeah.
Oh, it's dope. I like it.
So she support you doing it. She just can't, you know, be at certain places because that's what she do.
Yeah.
That's understandable. That's what's up. And your children, how many kids you got?
Oh, I got 2 daughters.
What's their names?
Amaya and Avery.
Ages.
14 and 10.
How's that like raising your daughters, you and your wife?
Fun. It's amazing. You know what I mean? I wish I had a boy, but it's fun. You know what I mean? With ladies, you gotta, as a father, you gotta understand their emotional side, and you gotta be their best friend. Because Mom Dukes is already she's the bad cop, you're the good cop. You know what I mean? Already off the rip as a female.
Is it?
You know what I mean? So my wife, she's strict. Dad, you know what? But it's everything. Just to, even if I don't get a contract, just to hear them say, Dad, good night, I love you, it's amazing. You know what I mean? So I'm rich right there with that.
Are any of them artists? Or any of them, you see any of them being any artists, any type?
Well, Amaya's a singer. She sings, but she don't know that she's good. She's young. She don't know that she's good, but she's good. I be listening to her. She hit the high notes. She's dope. And Avery, I made her record a song during the COVID.
So both of them music.
Yeah. During the COVID, she rapped about a COVID song.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Y'all put it out?
Nah, I think I put it out on SoundCloud. This shit was throwback. Like, yeah. But that was funny. She did the COVID song. That was the only thing that was on my laptop.
So it seemed like you're able to create, you know, with your family, your kids, artists, you know what I'm saying, or becoming one day. That's dope. That's dope.
Oh, it's fun.
Where you grew up at?
Right here. First in Brunswick.
Oh, like right on, you talking about like right on the street where we at right here?
Right across the street, that white building, 113 Brunswick Street.
When you grew up there, how like your whole life?
I grew up there, man. I used to live right there on the other street, First Street. Then we went over here, and then this is Second Street, so right here in Brunswick Street.
So, how was it growing up in Jersey City down here at that time? How was it?
At that time, it's priceless. Community, like this, you see this? But this is still empty. It's just dolled up. Even Cheesenos. This, you come out here, you have people selling limbes, empanadas, the store out there, kids playing wiffle ball, kids playing tag, girls doing double judge, people laughing, people bugging out. It was love. This now is like a Sims fucking game. They just building buildings. It's fucking disgusting. I didn't even come down this block. I come down the back through number 5 to see 2nd Street and Four Corners where we used to play wiffle ball. That shit is so monopolized. It's heartbreaking, bro. I come down here and this shit make me want to cry. I swear to God. Yeah. Shit is, it's nasty. If you would have grew up with me right here and you would have saw all this, it's crazy. We had Jamina's store right here. This used to be a grocery store. You know what I mean? Fucking, they locked up a terrorist right there, right in front of the next store, the Red Beard. Someone died in this here. They put him in the refrigerator. God rest his soul. Man, we had legends out here. Like, this shit was beautiful. You know what I mean? Downtown Eddie's there. Over there across the street, it used to be a pool hall with video games and they used to play billiards. All this is facts. Number 5 Park right now, you had the softball, but after the softball, you had everybody outside in the back grilling and barbecuing and having fun. No phones, kids playing. Like, you know what I mean? Now these phones, kids just want to be like this in their house, red fucking eyes. Shit is whack.
So you think that's the problem that separated that old school way of living, going outside community? You think the phones did it?
Togetherness is better. Phones definitely did it like that. We should have just had the regular simple phone, the one you just call. Once there was a fucking screen on this, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. It was a wrap, yo. Now, I take my daughters to Disney World. Me and my wife. My wife work hard. She be putting in work. We go out there. They on their phones instead of being in the pool. Are you kidding me? One's playing Roblox, the other one is talking to her. That's not good. We gotta have fun. You know what I mean? Like, the phone, that fucking picture, all this bullshit on this, destroy it. The art of music, you had to earn yourself to be on a billboard in New York. Now you gotta pay $500 to put yourself up on it. That takes the way of earning something.
Take the value away now.
You know what I mean? That's super corny. You had Colgate. Okay, so what I do like about this new era is that they fixed up the pier. So imagine if they fixed up the pier, right? And they did what they're doing right now on North Avenue, but with the people from old, this shit would have been heaven, bro. It would have been heaven. You had all of us happy. You know, it's cool that we get new faces and new places, but how do you move somewhere and you don't even be sociable with the person that's been there longer than you? You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yo, it's crazy. I've been on my block for 17 years, where I live at now with my wife, and I saved robbery of cars. You know what I mean? He was going in 2 cars. I was in the cut smoking a blunt and shit. Seeing him, like, oh. I go upstairs. I get the kendo stick. I hit him in the back of the legs. Now I had the opportunity of calling the cops and letting him go to jail. But I'm not gonna call the cops. That was whack. So I told him, don't do this shit ever again. Boom, boom. He went from robbing cars to now he's driving a car, his own car, delivering pizza. Came get a haircut from me. Yo, thank you, man. I appreciate you for not calling the cops and getting me locked up, man. I bettered myself. I feel that's a blessing. I did something kind. July 4th, this year. Once again, I go outside. As I'm infamous, I go outside, smoke that blunt, and I'm saving something. I'm outside smoking a blunt. Everybody's sleeping. But in the corner of my eye, peripheral vision, I see a spark like fire. I'm like, oh, shit. So you ever saw where Fred Flintstone is banging on the door? Well, ma. So I went to the person's house. I checked, first of all, if I could turn off the fire myself. But there was 2 fucking balloon tanks, CO2 tanks, a police car, a police guy's motorcycle, his car, and then the old lady's car that she lives alone. If that shit would have caught on fire, that shit would have blew up. That shit was, little by little, getting big. I started knocking on the door. Fire, fire, fire. I dropped everything. Fire. They come outside, boom, they turn off the shit with the fire extinguisher. Thank you, I appreciate it. I was getting free coffee, culottes for fucking a month. You know what I mean? They appreciated me. The guy was a cop too. You know what I mean? It was a blessing, you know what I mean? But I couldn't see that shit. That shit would have blew out. I should have fucked everybody up on that block. And then it was a big ass white Yukon too. So
you a firefighter. God sent you.
No,
You know what I'm saying? Listen, God sent you to, you know.
The Indians, they get robbed up there in the Heights. Right. So the ones that know me on the block, I swear to God, I'm not making this up. Chino, because I go by Chino. You know what I mean? My name is Jay, Illpadill, but I go by Chino because my older brother passed away. They shot him in the mouth in Puerto Rico. So I go by Chino at the barber because I'm paying homage to his name. You know what I mean? I don't want his name to die or me to forget him. So yeah, I'm Chino now.
I got you.
You know what I mean? So Indians running. Chino, help me. They trying to rob me over there. So me, you looking for me, so now I gotta walk over there with the fucking, I got this samurai stick, wooden sword. I love using that shit. That shit's beautiful. I be feeling like fucking ninja assassin. So I bring that shit. Oh, thank you, Chino. Thank you. Now the Indians be bringing me chicken masala and brown rice and lentil and be buying me shit. Just looking them out. I got little kids saying yum yum.
Yum yum.
You know what I mean? It's
understand.
It's a dope. Yeah, but he thinks it's a cool word.
Yeah.
Yum yum. So it's a bubbly.
It looks, it's attracted to the kids, so I like that.
I mean, I love little Christopher. He dope. That's my little dude. You know what I mean? Kids bring me happiness. But, yeah, man. Music, too. Music, this is what made me. It made me appreciate. It releases pain. It releases the pain if I won't go do no bullshit. Sometimes I'm mad as hell and I want to go punch somebody in the face. So instead of punching somebody in the face, I'm going to put the anger in a song or something. If I'm feeling some type of way or feeling saucy, I'm going to go write some shit for the chicks. You know what I mean? You got to cater for the chicks. And right now, it's 70% chicks listening to music and 30% men. You know what I mean? So we got to value the chicks. We got to do the music for the girls. Yeah. Who did it the best? LL Cool J. So we ain't learned from that. You know what I mean? I need love. So if I could get some shit like get rich off of I Need Love, I'm happy. I don't care if I'm a one-hit wonder. I just gotta get there to the show. The reason for doing this game is that we don't want to be in the minors. We want to get to the show. It's like being in baseball. You got single A, you got double A, triple A, then the show. I feel like I'm in triple A right now. I feel I'm better than a lot of these industry artists. You know what I mean? That are already in the game. I matter of fact, I feel my city, the people that I'm following on my Instagram, those artists are better than half of the game.
How do you feel like your art and your music, your family life, your values ties in with the
it's kind of crazy. I be talking crazy when I do lady songs. So, you know, I got daughters. So the older one listens to it. She's like, Dad, you're crazy. But she got a sense of humor. So I try to explain it to her. This is why I did it, you know. Daddy was crazy when he was young. When he was used to roommate with his friends, we had a ball. What you mean a ball? I said, when you get older, we'll talk about it. But right now, we not. But, yeah, shit was crazy. Shit, my life was crazy, man. I'm a second street nigga. I grew up with fucking legends. My nigga Fat Lou, Cellini, legends. Like,
so how does that tie in? Like, how does all of that tie in? All of that tie in with God and with the Messiah? Like, I seen that necklace. I asked you that joint. How does that tie in? How does anything tie in with that? You know, in your life? Or does it tie in?
I got 3 of these. 3.
Yeah.
And I just think it's the most beautifulest portrait ever. This right here. But God is God. This is Jesus. So, you know what I mean? Jesus got all his advice and wisdom from the higher being, which is God. So, it could get deeper. I don't even know how to explain it, but I just love this. You know what I mean? I won't get. The last time I had a different piece was San Lazaro.
So
St. Lazarus.
So, the peace. How about the spirit of Christ though? Like, how does that tie in with everything ties in with the? I guess which you believe it, right?
I'm assuming.
So how does that tie in with your beliefs, or how do you feel like you just good? Like, you know what I mean?
No one's ever good. You gotta have faith. I love every day I wake up, I'm thanking God that I got a wife and 2 beautiful fucking daughters that are smart, intelligent, and I got a good woman, not a hood booger. So the good woman is actually teaching my daughters etiquette. Because if I would have had kids with a hood booger, my kids being ratchet, now I gotta go extra. Now you don't want to do that.
So how did that come?
I was strategic when getting my wifey.
That's about to ask you. So
definitely strategic.
Explain that.
Nigga, I had a handful and I was picking. I'm gonna tell you, she gonna laugh at this. I was chucking them. I was like, you know what? I need that starter. So this one, boom, gone. So I called her. There was the last 2. She was one of the last 2. Baby, you were one of the last 2. So I'm, yo, so
yeah, you funny, bro.
So I'm like, babe,
Yeah.
I did something wrong. She's like, what are you talking about? And this was all a lie.
Yeah.
I got a bitch pregnant. I can't be with you. She's like, oh, hell no. You ain't want to fucking get this pussy and leave me, nigga. I was on the hill, Danford and Linden. I'm on the hill. Yo, she got in there 10 minutes, nigga. She tried to clip me off the sidewalk, real. Yo, she drove on the sidewalk with the Honda Civic, the blue one. Tried to clip me. I had to jump and shit. I said, oh, this bitch loves me. I love her. She's the winner. I said, I love this bitch. I said, she really love a nigga. Fucking, I met her fucking right here in the Holy Rosary Festival. She was eating a sausage sandwich. I said, ooh, I like the way you eating that sausage sandwich, mommy. She started laughing. I walked away, came back. I said, can I have your number? She's like, I got a man. I said, can I be boyfriend number 2? Boom, right there. Now 17 years later.
That's what's up.
It's crazy.
2 kids, 17 years later.
Yeah.
So you work for the city, your art. What else? Oh, you do the bar. You started your own thing. What's some of your goals, like, not with just music, but what's just some of your goals? Period. Life, family, where you want to go, move.
It's too late to say that I'm gonna be this and that, right?
What?
So no. In certain aspects, like, I wanted to be a fireman. It's too late for that. You know what I mean? I wanted to go to the army, but you know what? It was too late for that because the cops fucking put conspiracy theory on me because I was telling the fucking nigga that was hustling that the nigga was a cop. So I got fucking charged with kingpin. Conspiracy theory.
You can join with a felony now.
Huh?
You can join the military with a felony.
Hell no.
No, you can.
Not at that time.
No, I'm saying now.
I'm too old, nigga. I'm not doing that shit. Yeah, I'm not doing that shit.
I'm just not doing it.
Nah.
It ain't too late. I'm just saying, if you had the option, you can go. But you doing something that you don't want to go. You got your own business and you doing music.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a clothing line successful. You know, with good people, I'm gonna get it done.
The Yum
I'm
brand?
gonna get it done. Yeah, I'm gonna get it done. I need more different types of pieces, different styles.
Mm-hmm.
I need different shit. Shit's gonna pop. I'm even thinking about getting a shirt. I could do puff print, but I don't got the room in my house, so that's the only reason I paused on that. Because I could go to New York and the vinyls and the puff print, but that's too much in the house going on. I got a barber seat in the house. I got the music, the engineering that I do, the kitchen, the kids. When they go to sleep, that's when I start fucking recording. I record in the kitchen. I'm really cooking up in the kitchen.
When you record? When did you record that GOAT song that I heard?
Oof, like 2001.
That's fire. And that was new to me. I just heard it. So that's why I said 2025. As an artist, you know, the music, the art, everything is not really old. It's just something you created during that time. Yeah, you created it then, but it's new to other people.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
that one out, right?
Yeah, it's on distro.
Yeah, it's on distro. I heard it on Spotify. I like that song. What was going through your mind when you recorded that drum?
Man, like, I was trying to get people to listen to me. Like, I feel like I'm being ignored. So now I gotta come out with shit constant and keep on beating these niggas in the fucking head and these people in the head and the industry in the head. So when I'm talking in my shit and I'm talking about them and this and that, I'm talking to the industry. I'm not throwing shots at nobody. I love everybody. Illpadill has no enemy. I'm talking at the industry. This industry is picking some they picking some basura ass artists. The only hot artist that got flows is probably from the South. But all this extra shit, and I'm talking about like Memphis. Memphis flow is on fire. All of them out there. But everything else to me is not really hitting. Like, Kendrick is dope, but I don't like him. You know what I mean? I definitely don't like Drake, but he's dope. But I can't. I listen to rap. That shit's too bubbly. It's unicorn music. I don't like that. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. He getting that paper, so God bless him. Hopefully I'll do a feature in the future. But
what's some dope artists in Jersey City that you like or you'll listen to?
Oh, well, on my playlist automatically, I got Mo Banger, he's my dude. With no hesitation, he did a feature. That's like my brother. You know what I mean? So he every time he wants something, boom, yo, if I could get it, if I could do it for him, I do it for him. Spanish, I listen to Spanish. I think his flow is crazy. I think he's a Puerto Rican DMX for Jersey.
Big Spanish.
Because he got the bark, he got the grab. You know what I mean? And he'll put on the show. I done saw freestyles. So I think he's in his own lane. There's only one of that. No one got that. You know what I mean? Mo Banger is that fly, raw rap. He gonna give you that smooth, slick shit. But he gonna dress the part and everything. Me, I'm that crazy shit. I'm that shit that niggas don't wanna say. I'm that extra funny shit. I'm gonna make you laugh, but make you be like, yo, that shit was fire though. You can't even bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make you play that again. You know what I mean? That's why all my songs is like 2:30 or 2:40. I want them short because too long, they're only gonna listen to it once. But if you get it short, they're gonna play that at least 2 to 3 times.
You got any female artists features?
No female features.
You don't want to, or you need some?
I would like to, you know what I mean? In order to get a feature, I gotta know you. You know what I mean? I gotta really know you like you my homie. Cause I can't be in an awkward position and I don't know the person, especially a female. Like, you know what I mean? But if I was asked, yo, Padil, you dope, I would like a feature. Of course, I'd do it. You know what I mean? And my turnaround time is fast. So as soon as I get that beat, I'm gonna fucking start writing to it. You get that shit the next day or shit is already half done.
So all right, so a question I got for you. You from Jersey City, you said what was used to, how you felt the community was back in the day. So what's some of the solutions, or what is something that you would do specifically as an artist, like to, I guess, improve whatever's messed up, or do you have any solutions?
So I go by vibe and by visual, right? So where my barbershop's at, you can see who got money, and you could see on our block who got like housing, who Section 8 or TRA, and they be fucked up, right? So Thanksgiving, me, Speedy Baby, Jacoby, we bought turkeys. You know what I mean? We gave out turkeys. I'm
Shout
talking
out to
about
Speedy Babies.
Yo, shout out to Speedy Baby and Jacoby, my brother Cito. And so many kids came, yo, asking for turkey. They didn't have turkey. So, and I'm really asking, I'm like, you sure? You know what I mean? Because I don't want you to lie to me. I want you to be honest. So my boys is like, chill. I'm like, yo, you sure you don't got a turkey for real? Yeah, blah, blah. You know, then all of a sudden another kid came. Yeah, I told my friend. So they probably did. But you know what? The more the merrier. You can't deny someone food. If they're gonna cook it, they're gonna cook it. If they didn't cook it that day, they probably cooked it the next week, but at least they still ate it.
But y'all gave it out, so that it don't matter what they did. You did it out of the kindness of your heart. So you wanted to give out something. That's what y'all did.
You know what? Just giving is everything. Just to see them say thank you and they appreciate it. Like just last Sunday, I think I was on the phone with you. I didn't know. I think they said it was for like fucking McGreevy after. You know what I mean? But they said it was just free donation, a free, the fuck it was called? I think free donation. So
that's what y'all did. The barbershop. Right.
No,
well, you
I take it upon myself.
Well, you and Speedy Baby and my man.
No, I did that by myself. Me and Jedi Los. CF, my brother CF knows Jedi Los. Miguel. But he told me he's right next to my house, so we be chopping up, smoking. He was like, yeah, every end of the month on a Sunday, clothes that you don't need or you don't wear no more. People come there from the homeless shelters, from bad. They could pay rent, but they don't got money for clothes, so they come here and they get clothes. So I'm like, fuck it. I went under my bed, so I got so many kicks that I'm like, whatever's under my bed with no box, I'm taking them shits and I'm throwing them. I had Jordans, I had Forces. I'm looking at them like, damn. You know what? Fuck it. Throwing them, boom, boom. Put a bag of sneakers. I gave them sweatsuits. I gave them shirts. I gave them Yum Yum shirts. I did that on purpose. I threw Yum Yum shirts in there. I threw Yum Yum hoodies in there.
Yeah, some new stuff. Fly jump.
I just want to see people wearing that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That would be everything. Just to see people free of charge, just rock that shit. I know who. I don't know who went to the donation. You know what I mean? But that's just between me and them. And then my boy, he wanted to take pictures of people picking it up. I said, no, don't do that. That's private. You know what I mean? I would be embarrassed with someone taking a flick of me. You know what I mean? So I'm like, no flicks. Turn that shit off. Boom, took it off, and then it was fine. But just to give is everything. You know what I mean?
Scripture, man. God love a cheerful giver, man.
I know if I had money in abundance, I'd be outside and giving. Like the little kids, hey, a quarter. I don't know some of the Indian kids when I go pick up my daughter and they see me and they love me. Because when the kids see you and they want to mess with you and play with you, they see a good soul. They see a good spirit. Kids will stay away from you if they see that bad energy. These kids come up to me, high five, boom. The parents don't even know me. They're loving me. They're like, wow, yes, my son loves you, you know? You got another parent, yeah, you know, kids see. I'm like, I'm proud that kids love me. You know what I mean? It makes me feel young. Once I become that old grumpy person and you got the kids throwing eggs at me and shit like that's when I know I'm the bad old guy. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like that guy.
Yeah, no.
But
you gotta have a good relationship with the kids, man. You know, it's about them. We create for the next generation, they're the future anyway. You know, so that's dope. You roll it in your big toy in.
That's the Yum Yum. That's the Yum Yum mobile right there. That made me feel young as hell. I'm like,
they everywhere in Jersey City.
With them shits.
Yeah, that's dope.
The big ones you gotta register. This one you can't register. There's an e-bike and it's under 45, so just go 37. So they can't fuck with me. Anything over 45, they're gonna stop you. If it's not registered, they're gonna stop you. So register that. Go do that because they will take your shit.
Register your bikes there. So man, what's some of the things you want to let the city know like you got going on? So where they can find your music and where's your I know you said it earlier, but the location of your barbershop, so you know the city can go support.
All right, so my barbershop is in 218 Bowers Street, between Bowers and Milton. You could go check us on Google or feedback. We're 4.5 stars right now. Hopefully we'll hit 5 stars. Everybody loves us. We're for the community. We're not against the community. If you don't got it and you $5 short, we still fuck with you. What was the other question you said?
Oh, the music. Where they can find your music at?
Oh, my music. My music is on DistroKid, Spotify.
Illpadill, right?
Illpadill, ILLPAD, ILL.
IG too.
Instagram, Facebook, Trends, YouTube. Subscribe if you want to YouTube. Subscribe. I'm gonna have a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna have this on the spot stuff that I'm just gonna be asking random people questions to see if they know my music. To see I'm gonna put friends on the spot. It's gonna be called On the Fucking Corner. Man, I just love this shit. You could be so creative in this art of music and graffiti and poetry and music and haircutting, painting murals in the front, the stop signs, the little paint that was on the floor they did with the stencil. Without color, we're dead. You know what I mean? Color brings life. Color brings life. So my music is colorful. Shit's raw. It's raw, gritty. I'm gonna talk about bullshit in double entendres. So you gotta when you understand my music, you're gonna have to flip it to see that meaning and that meaning to understand what I'm talking about. But I talk about fashion, clothes, money, hoes, cars, all that shit, because that's what hip hop is. If you don't talk about it and you talk about popping drugs and Percocets, you're a loser. So that's why I make my shit fun. That's why I go by Illpadill from the heights of the hill. Hey yo, what's the word? Yum yum.
What's the word? Yum yum.
Because you understand money, you understand me.
You got any closing? You got anything like you wanted to say to people? Like your last closing words? Anybody who inspired you, inspiration or whatever? You got anything?
Nah, well, love is love. You know what I mean? Where the love at? And follow my man Reels. He's a fucking star. And if you don't got a shirt from Cheese's spot, come and get a shirt because everything is fire here. Or art piece. But you know what I mean? And he charging for the low. So come over here and get it. You know what I mean? It's already discounted. So when you hear the price, that's the discount. So
That's a fact.
slide through. Yum yum.
I want to say, man, I appreciate you chopping it up
Thank
with
you
you.
so much, my brother.
Getting to know you, showing up. You know, you fly. I'm listening to your music. You know, you're a family man.
Yes, sir.
So, you know what I mean? See, I noticed, I told you when I seen it outside, you didn't know, but the description of what you're wearing describes how Jesus Christ looks in the book of Revelations. So everything, you know what I mean, sometimes the spirit hit you, you got it, because you got that made yourself, putting the diamonds on it. And you asked him to change the color.
Yes.
So you didn't even,
It was the white
it was
face.
your
I
spirit.
didn't want the white
You feel what I'm
face.
saying? Your spirit was a bronze face. Just
I was like, yo, I know he's some type of tan because they always said it, and my grandmothers used to say it. There's no blanco.
Yeah, the Bible says
He's tan. He was kind of more
bronze.
like somewhat of his shoe, a little lighter. You know what I mean? But that's why I wanted it like that. I wanted the hair and the crown and all that.
I want to say, you
I
know,
had the suggestion of getting that or that, and I was like, nah, that one.
right. That was dope, man. So thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate y'all listening. It's bigger than the open mic. Appreciate Cheese, Redemption. Tap in with us. Cheese for Mayor. We doing a lot of things for the art, the music.
Cheese
so all
for
these
Mayor.
podcasts, these collaborations, these interviews, these artists getting together, man. We all doing it. Moment Troll Music. Shout out to Garden State Radio. My co-host, The Real Myami. Sweet Confessions for always supporting. Shout out to the guys who always cleaning on Sunday. So Jersey City, come out there on Sundays, man. That's something we're gonna traditionally do. We pray. We could play praise and worship music. We could worship God. You could pray in your head. We could work clean the city, because God is a, God of cleanliness as well. So I know a lot of people go to church, but those who don't go to church, y'all can come out clean, have some fun with us. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all who did come out. Y'all who supporting. Got some questions. Got an open door policy in here. Bring good energy. Be respectful. You know what I'm saying? And we could be able to answer questions and create solutions for the city together. So I appreciate y'all. We out.
Yeah.